Welcome to 30-Day Reviews. I'm Justin and I'm going to tell you all about my experience using the OmniShaver. The OmniShaver was sent to me by, well, you guessed it, OmniShave. Now I love reviewing unique products and the OmniShaver is no exception to that. Now this is the premium OmniShaver and the only difference that I can tell and from what I've seen is that it actually has the metal shaving head opposed to a plastic one that their classic has. Now on that shaving head, there is two shaving blade heads on it that are both actually faced inward towards each other. This allows for dual cutting action when you are shaving your head. The suspension on this is 4-axis, which means that you don't have to be making any micro adjustments at all when you're shaving with it. You just have to make sure that it's got full contact with your skin and go back and forth. Now before I go into my experience with the OmniShave, there are a few things that I want to tell you guys about that they really like to put out there about the OmniShave or claims that they are making, and I want to tell you what my thoughts are on those. The first thing is that it is self-cleaning. Well, what they're saying is that it is self-cleaning while you're shaving, which I can kind of see that because let's say that you take a stroke and then you are making the backstroke to that. Some of those hairs that are stuck right along the edges of each one of the blades will get removed from the blade. However, most of what you picked up is going to be up in top of the cage. So therefore, I don't know if I really consider that as self-cleaning. The second thing that they claim is that it is self-stropping. Now, if you don't know what stropping is, you see it a lot with single edge razors and they're going back and forth on a leather piece. Well, when they're doing that, they're doing both sides. And with this, you really can't get both sides. And really stropping it should not be with your skin. It should be on something harder like leather to really be able to straighten out that metal. There might be a little bit going on there, but I don't think that it's enough to really consider it as being stropped. Another thing that they say is that they are eco-friendly. And I have to agree to a point they are, because you only need to run this under hot water when you are getting it wet right before shaving, and then right after you're completely done shaving your head, because as the directions state, don't rinse this out. And they use recycled plastic, which is definitely nice. They also say that they last longer than any cartridge razor. I had to say that they last a lot longer than any typical cartridge razor. In other words, any of them that are like this. Because I have had the main razor that I shave with last me 3 to 4 months with using it just as often as I used this. I have to tell you, I was reluctant at first to like it because I've been using something else for the last, well, about 13 to 14 years now. And I have to say, I was very pleasantly surprised to say that this thing works pretty darn good. Now, when I first got this, I didn't think that it was going to be very comfortable to hold while I was shaving. However, once I got it in the shower, once I used it a couple of times and I kind of figured out the proper way to hold this, I found that it is actually pretty ergonomic. However, the rim on the cage is kind of sharp on the top. You might accidentally scratch yourself on your ear or something like that with that, but that never really happened to me. I just happened to notice it rubbing. So it's not really that bad, but I would like to see that kind of rounded over a little bit if possible. I've used this for right about 2.5 months, and just in about the last 2 to 3 shaves, it was starting to catch, which means it's pretty much starting to get dull. A lot of the videos that you see with the OmniShaver were people that had about 1 to 2 day stubble and were actually trying to go as fast as they could to see if it really truly is the fastest head shave. I could have gone pretty quickly with the OmniShaver, however, it wouldn't have ever been a really good shave. So I was right about the 1.5 to 2 minute mark with a very thorough shave. And I was pleasantly surprised with how easily it did get some of the harder places on my head to shave. Like I've got a couple of little creases in the back of my head that just tends to not be an easy place for me to shave. But this thing did a pretty good job on the upstroke with it. And I barely ever had to go back and get those places. However, where I did end up having to go back was around the ears. And that's mainly because there's a lot of space between the cage and the blades themselves. So I ended up usually touching that up with my DE razor when I was shaving my face. My ideal stubble length for this razor was about 1 to 2 days. Although I could cut the longer with it, it just took much longer. I've seen people that say that they really like it over other head shaving methods, and I've also seen people that say that they would rather other head shaving methods. So I think that a lot of it has to do with your head shape and how you shave. Now, do I think that this is worth your money? Well, this one sells for $20 for the premium one, and the classic one with the plastic shave head on it is right at the $15 mark. And they've got a really decent deal, and that is 5 of them for $50. Now that's probably going to last you the whole year, and I say that's a pretty darn good deal, and one that I would seriously consider taking up. Do I think that the $5 extra for this is worth it? Well, honestly, I don't, but I haven't used that other one either, so I can't tell you for sure. I can tell you if you want a nice hot razor on your scalp that you may want to spend the extra $5 to get the premium one, because you can definitely feel the warmth of the metal on your head. Now, OmniShaver sells a couple of accessories, and I would have to say there's one accessory that you absolutely must get. It's just a couple of dollars, and that would be the shower caddy. It's super convenient. You just suction cup it to your wall in your shower, and you can drop the OmniShaver right inside of it. It's up off the grime. If you put it someplace that's not getting wet all the time, then the OmniShaver stays nice and dry. The second one is if you are planning on going on vacation or whatever with the OmniShaver, is their little case for it. You just drop it in, close it up, and it will dry properly because there is plenty of vents in this little case. So I would say give it a try, and if you want to, go ahead and check out the links down below to pick yourself up an OmniShaver, the accessories, or even the shave butter. And since I know that you want to see this go up against other head shaving methods, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you're notified whenever I put out a new video. And if you want to see more of my shaving videos, make sure to hit the playlist up on the top. And down below is a video that you will probably like as well, so go ahead and check that one out too. Until next time, you have a good one.